Hello and welcome back to Brick Gaming YG. I'm back here with another video today with Thunder Dragon combos. So, before I get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I would highly recommend it. And I hope you guys check out my other content. So, let's get right into this. So today is going to be another Thunder Dragon video where I play through hand traps. And as you can see, we have some options here. I will start off by playing through one hand trap, and then for the rest of the video I'll be playing through two hand traps for every other combo. So for this video, for this beginning of the combo, I'm going to start off with an Ash, and then we'll go from there. So with this opening hand, it seems pretty decent, right? And one hand trap isn't too bad, and I'll show you guys how one hand trap isn't too bad. First off, for this combo, I will start off by normal summoning down Batman Solar and attempting to use his effect. Now of course your opponent's not going to Ash this because it's just not really worth ashing. Especially if you have 4 other cards in your hand, you can pretty much, bait it out. It's just easy bait, but your opponent's never going to hit this first summon because it's not like a Dark Beckoning Beast or something along those lines. So I will be sending to grave a Dragon Dark. So far we have Dragon Dark in grave and a Barryman Solar on the field. And this is the rest of the hand. Next, I will be going ahead and banishing off Thunder Dragon Dark to special summon down Wyver Buster. Now your opponent could ash this theoretically, ashing the effect of Thunder Dragon Dark, but in my personal opinion, your opponent will probably they'll probably wait at this point since it's just a singular search and there's no other cards out prior to this combo yet. So then I will go ahead and search out, of course, for Thunder Dragon Fusion. Then I will go ahead and activate Chaos Base, discarding off Thunder Dragon Roar. Now your opponent's probably going to actually hit this because, number one, it makes you go neg. Number two, well, if your opponent hits this, you aren't going to get any additional searches. You can't go for Chaos Valkyrie or get into some other really broken cards. So thus, it fizzles. Plus, with the rest of your hand, you have 2 cards left at this point, and your opponent's probably not going to really be worried because they know one of the 2 cards. So then I'll go ahead and activate Gold Sarcophagus. I will then go ahead and banish off my other copy of Thunder Dragon Roar. So I'm going to banish him off. Then I will go ahead and special summon to my side of the field a copy of Thunder Dragon Matrix. At this point, the effect of Barryman Solar will reactivate since a Thunder monster was summoned to your side of the field. So I'll be able to grab a token. So now we have multiple monsters on field, and all of them are lights as of right now. But you can then go ahead and go into a copy of Linkuriboh. So you're going to get rid of your Trickstar token and summon out Linkuriboh. So you have a Linkuriboh on field and a bunch of other white monsters. Next, you're going to go ahead and link 2, linking off both of these guys into, give me 1 second, it's just going to be a generic monster at this point. So I would probably just go ahead and summon out just what's easy and generic, a Nightmare Cerberus, because we're going to do a full extended combo here. Then you're going to resolve Thunder Dragon Matrix in grave. So, oops, this is still in your hand, Thunder Dragon Fusion. But you're going to resolve Matrix in grave. Go ahead and get a search for another copy of Matrix. So Thunder Dragon Matrix will go to your hand, and from here, oops, we should actually, instead of making him Cross Sheep, my bad guys, making Cross Sheep. So then you can go ahead and activate Thunder Dragon Fusion, shuffling back in 1, 2, and 3, getting rid of your other copy of Thunder Dragon Roar. So all these are going to go back into deck. Pretty simple so far. You're going to go ahead and get your summon of Titan. Then Cross Sheep will resolve since you summon it to a zone he points to, and you'll be able to now go ahead and reborn Thunder Dragon Matrix. So right now you have 5 monsters on field total, and you can go even further than that easily. So next, you may go ahead and go into, let's see, I'm trying to think about how many different ways I can go ahead with this, and there are plenty of options. So I will go ahead and make a copy of, trying to grab the card, I can now go ahead and make a Link Ross off of the cross sheep. Summoning out another token. So another token has hit the field. Then I can use Link Bone Grave, removing the token to summon him back. So at this point you have plenty of monsters on the field. Now you can go ahead and link 1, 2, 3, link all of these 3 off, and summon out a copy of Curious. So you go Chainlink 1 Curious, Chainlink 2 White Dragon Wyver Buster. So you can use Wyver Buster to go ahead and grab a copy of Black Dragon, Collapse Serpent, and then for Curious you're going to go ahead and send to Grave a copy of Chaos Betrayer. So Betrayer will hit Grave, and then you'll give me 3 more cards. And hopefully there's going to be a few darks in there. So you're going to be able to mill 1, 2, 3. So this is your graveyard at this point. So you have both lights and darks in there. Then you're going to be able to go ahead and banish off White Dragon Wyver Buster to special summon down copy of Collapse Serpent. Then you can use Chaos Base, putting Collapse Serpent to bomb your, or not Collapse Serpent, Wyver Buster to bomb your deck to draw another card. So now you've drawn into a Lure of Darkness. So this is what your field looks like. This is your hand, and of course your graveyard is pretty well loaded. Then you can go ahead and link up into an Appaloosa using 1, 2. And those in the grave, summoning out Appaloosa, getting 2 more counters on Appaloosa, then activating Collapse Serpent Grave, going ahead and grabbing Wyver Busters back to your hand. Then you can go ahead and link 2 into Verte Anaconda, so getting rid of both of these, summoning out Verte, and from there you can now go ahead and use Verte, paying 2k, sending a graveyard your Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and Fusion. And the reason you always want to make Appaloosa is that it's free protection for your Verte, just in case your opponent decides to hold on to their hand traps until you make Verte. And then you can go ahead and summon out a copy of Red Eyes Dragoon. So this is your ending hand. You have at least 1 interaction with Titan, you have a negate with Dragoon, and you have 2 more negates with Appaloosa. And then for the next turn, you have Thunder Dragon Fusion in your graveyard setup, you have Chaos Betrayer setup, and you have plenty of good banished targets to go ahead and banish to make more guys. So this is really good, super simple combo, and you have plenty of options from there on the next turn. And that way you're also playing through a singular hand trap. And now for the rest of the video, I will be playing through 2 hand traps. So I'm going to get all of this stuff back in the deck. Getting this into the extra. And then for the next one, I will be playing through a Ash Blossom and an Impermanence. So I'll go ahead and get my deck shuffled up. Always, shuffling is always the hardest part, it takes the longest time period. And if you guys are liking this content that I've been uploading, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos and all the Thunder Dragon content I've been doing. I hope people have been enjoying it and been getting amazing and important information from it. So, going to shuffle up my deck a few more times, and then I'm going to do a quick, easy cut, and then see what my opening hand is. So, Thunder Dragon Fusion, a Luflupine, and then a Thunder Dragon Dark. This is perfectly fine. So I will start off with a Thunder Dragon. Your opponent's never going to Ash Thunder Dragon. It just gets more guys loaded up. So go ahead and grab out all of you boys. Get them into the graveyard. Adding another Thunder Dragon to hand. Then you can go ahead and normal summon down Luflupine, activating his effect as cost to banish off the Thunder Dragon Dark. Your opponent will probably at this point imperm. Most likely, I would say most likely imperm you, so that doesn't resolve, but you'll be able to get Thunder Dragon Dark off. Nope, your opponent can also Ash that. So now you're left with a Luflupine and 3 cards in hand. What can you do from here? You can now activate Thunder Dragon Fusion, fusing off all 3 of these guys back into your deck to go ahead and special summon out a Thunder Dragon Titan, you still have 2 cards in hand. You could go through more Thunder Dragon activations, blow up your grave if you want to. And I would say activate 1, grab the other one. That way you have protection for Tyson guaranteed. And then during your next turn, if Tyson survives, you have ways to get in there. Like give him at least 1 more pop. And then if Aloof Lupine dies, after a Titan activation, you have at least some targets for Aloof. And you also have another target for Aloof in hand during the next turn. So even playing through 2 hand traps, you're able to set up still a pretty basic, pretty simple board. So I'm going to get my deck shuffled up again. And then for the next one, I will be playing through Ash and then 1 Gamma. Ash and Gamma is what I'm going to be playing through next. So I'm going to get my deck shuffled up again real fast. And then boom, boom, boom. Let's see, my opening hand will be opening, Dragon Hawk, and yeah, this seems fine to me. So the opening hand will be opening of the Spirit Gates, Thunder Dragon Hawk, Chaos Valkyria, and a Wyver Buster. Well, there's definitely some stuff you can do with this, and this is still fine. So you're going to start off with the opening. Your opponent's never going to Ash or hit opening, since you haven't committed anything to the board. So now, since I already have my boy Dark Beckoning Beast, I'll go ahead and grab Chaos Summoning Beast. That way if this guy gets hit, I still have this guy in hand to continue with the combo. So now I can normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast and attempt his activation. Your opponent's going to most likely just hit with an Ash, because they gamma it, then opening is live. So they hit with an Ash, but you still have that additional normal summon to go ahead and summon down Chaos Summoning Beast. Then you can wink off by 1. Go ahead and summon out Winkaribo. Then you can activate Chaos Summoning Beast, ditching your Dragon Hawk to the grave to summon him back. Then you can wink down by 1, summoning out Relinquish Anima. And then you can wink 3 and go ahead and special summon out Curious. Now at this point, your opponent's probably going to hit your Curious with a Gamma and Driver. So Curious will hit grave. You can now use Curious effect if you want to. And I would say at this point I could go ahead and grab a Dragon Hawk back to hand. Since there's not really a reason to fix your hand and now your graveyard is loaded. Then I can go ahead and special summon down White Dragon Wyver Buster by banishing out Dark Beckoning Beast. And I can also special summon down Chaos Valkyria by banishing out Anima. So now there's 2 guys on field. Then, since your opponent has now used 2 hand traps, you have a couple of options. But I think in this case, the best option will be to go ahead and grab your Verte Anaconda at this point. Is Verte the best, or is there a better option? Putting some thought into this, I think actually the better option would be to go ahead and go for the generic play, summoning out Cerberus. I think there's some cool stuff I can do with this, using White Dragon Wyver Buster in grave, going ahead and grabbing Collapse Serpent. Then I can, wink him down by 1, special summoning out Winkross effect, making 2 tokens. Then I can get rid of 1 of the tokens to reborn back Winkaribo. And from there I can, can banish off my Chaos Valkyria to special summon down Collapse Serpent, use Chaos Valkyria effect in my banish to go ahead and ditch a generic Thunder Dragon to grave. So I will go ahead and ditch Thunder Dragon Roar to grave. Then I can go ahead and wink off 2, summoning out Paraplant Verte Anaconda. And I can use Verte, get my ditches to grave, so I can ditch Red Eyes plus 1 second, Fusion, and finally Dark Magician to my graveyard. And actually, instead of using Black Dragon, I can actually just use Winkaribo. That way during my opponent's turn, I can summon back Winkaribo instead of just having a 0 token on my field. So I have a Winkaribo set. I also have a way to use Dragonhawk. If, like, my opponent doesn't have anything I want to negate, I can still use Dragonhawk during next turn. I have a live Dragoon. So basically I have defense plus a Dragoon. And I do have a potential another summon, plus I'll be drawing during next turn, and I also have opening on my side of the field. So here's just a couple ways to play through some more hand traps. I hope you guys enjoyed the part 2 of this video. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It means a lot to me and to the channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video.